Every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
That's good.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott now. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Dallas.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made by Deshaun.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. On the counter, Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first...
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Fourth down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Cowboys nothing.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. To throw, Kaepernick. Looking for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
They'll take over first.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, and that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. You don't see that.
Feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's third and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, here's Bell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Pickup of 2.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Hey, 91.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Dustin Hopkins on 40 extra points.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is Tony Pollard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Cowboy first down.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott on first down. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
19-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. A give to Bell. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dallas.
They go play action here on first down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ezekiel Elliott.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ezekiel.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And the catch made by Dontrell Inman. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The give is to Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
9:55. Time to go, night.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Inman has it over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you?
Boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He's tackled at the...
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4.
Washington on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
First and
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. A screen to Bell. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Washington. First and 10 at the 39.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
Check 55 for Mike. Check 55 for Mike. We got it.
Today's finals.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Washington, the win moves them up to 5-.